as we're creating our life and experience, our health experience going forward, we're ultimately going to draw from our vessel, from our experiences. We're going to take our knowledge, our experience, our beliefs, our hopes, our dreams, and we are going to channel that out into the world in the most beautiful and powerful way that we can to manifest our creation of health. An artist going to take all of that and channel it into a painting on a canvas, channel it into a sculpture, channel it into a beautiful song. We're trying to take that creative process and channel it out into the world through an expression of health. It's like a living piece of artwork. I love that idea that we are heading out into the world as a being of health, meaning we are being healthy and we are a being that is healthy. And we are sculpting and creating this work of art, our physical body that contains our mental well-being also into the most healthy version possible. Like, what a beautiful thing to create. If you could create that, what is the healthiest version of yourself that you can possibly get to by January of 2026? Can you see it? What would it look like? What is that version of yourself experiencing, and what are they doing, and what does their daily life look like? What are the habits that they've developed over the last few months that have served them so well? And what would that future version of yourself say to the current version of yourself right now to give you encouragement? What would be the encouraging word that they would tell you? What would they say thank you to you for? January 1st, 2026, we're having a big party, and they call back in time 78 days before and say, hey, thanks for dialing in on a fasting process and opening up the space, choosing the healthiest foods, making a plan. We had a great holiday and we stayed on track with the health. You really crushed it. You know what I mean? They'd be very grateful. The source is drawn through us. It can be made into books, movies, buildings, paintings, meals, businesses, whatever project we embark on. I add, our health project, our beautiful creation of health. That's the project that I say, embark on that. If we choose to share what we make, our work can recirculate and become source material for others, okay? And this is the beautiful process. When we choose to make our creation, this beautiful expression of health, that can become inspiring for other people to get healthy. This is how we turn the ship around, is we each of us develop the most positive health expression that we can and use it to help our fellow human beings who are struggling, who need a hand up. We say, hey, look, it's very difficult in the modern world to be healthy. It is. Like, you really have to be very, very conscientious to do it. And it's not clear to people how to do that. I think most people trying to be healthy, but it's hard. And we don't exactly know the way. We need the little, natural compass, with the little thing. We need help to stay on the path. The path is a stripe in the center. How do you stay on the path? We need to develop the systems and practices. And one of the best ways to do it is to have thoughtful, friendly people in our community to do it. And I hope we can develop good community here, people supporting each other, walking forward on the path. That is a beautiful process. Source makes things available. The filter distills. The vessel receives. Often this happens beyond our control. It is helpful to know that this default system can be bypassed. With training, we can improve our interface with source, radically expand the vessel's ability to receive. And this is the end of it, which I thought is most beautiful. Changing the instrument is not always the easiest way to change the sound of the music, but it can be the most powerful. So changing the instrument, we're talking about our artistic expression of health heading into 2026, changing the instrument. If we're singing a song Our artistic expression is like a song, a metaphorical song. How do we change the instrument? That's like changing ourselves. This is what we're trying to do, right? If we're trying to lose weight, if we're trying to move toward health, it's about changing ourselves in some way. Change for the better. Want to change our life. Many times we think about changing our external circumstances, such as, well, I'm going to get some new clothes. I'm going to move. I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to do these things. Okay. This is challenging us. Can we change our own physical selves, like our actual body, the instrument? Change the instrument, the most powerful way to change the sound of the music. We want to change the sound of the music. You can do it. It wasn't impossible like you thought it was, says the future self. I love that. Yeah, that is so good.